I'm gonna go by Netta.
Okay, and I'm William. You can call me Will, I guess.
I
And and today we're gonna talk about RuPaul Drag Race. We're starting mid-season. We're gonna recapping and like showing you our, I guess, reactions, kind of a little bit of that. So yeah, I guess we can start. We can start from the beginning-ish. We don't really remember this season because she's kind of boring.
yeah, it's not very memorable. Like I didn't start from like the very first episode, but I don't remember anybody that went home from the episodes I watched. I know I was rooting for them to go home. Oh no! Like I can't remember them now. They who are them? We don't know them. Okay, period.
Yeah. I feel like it didn't start getting good until episode 4 or 5. Like up until like a couple weeks ago, I feel like it
I
didn't start.
barely remember last week, and that's saying something. I mean, I know I got a bad memory, but this is just sad.
It is really sad. Like I don't know. Like I feel like now they're bringing it. There's like some standouts, of course. I would say some standouts. Well, I would say Gigi was a standout, but I don't know. We'll talk about her later. And Jada definitely, and
Yeah,
Heidi.
I like
Huh?
Heidi. Heidi, yes. I like that she dropped, half her name. Ooh, I love that because I was not feeling that.
No, I like Heidi in the closet. I think it's clever. I think it's funny.
I do.
You and Ruth have the same opinion. I'm like, I don't get it. I think it's funny. But Ruth thought it was too long. But I was like, everybody else's name is like really long.
Because Bob the drag queen is too long.
Yeah. And then Jada Essence Hall, that's kind of long, but that just sounds.
I just don't like Heidi in the closet. I just don't like it.
Heidi in the closet. Like, get out the closet then.
No more closet.
No more closet.
Hey, girl, that's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
No
She said
more
no more
closet. I said
closet.
I'm thankful for it.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, so basically we kind of recapped what we liked from, I mean, the people we kind of liked from the beginning, I guess. Like we said, memorable, but we can start with last week. Jan went home, she
I
got
was
a
happy she was home because I can't stand a crybaby. And if I had to see her cry one more time, I was gonna lose it. Like,
Yeah.
girl, okay, you've reached the end. This is the end of your road, for real.
End of the road.
Like, they should have played that as she walked out the door, for real. Like,
I was waiting for you at the door, but
yep,
no, literally, I was waiting for her to leave already. Well, I feel like she did well the week before, which was kind of weird. I feel like she fell off real fast. Like, I don't know what happened. I guess her best friend, huh?
I was not a fan.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it was. Cause Britta had went home. Britta had
Uh-huh.
went home, and she was like, "Oh yeah, that's like that's right." I like to her. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, girl, this is a competition. She was gonna have to go. It's her or you. What is all these crocodile tears? I think she just wanted to like show like, oh, I had her back. Like, girl, it's too much. Everybody there was like, okay, she's like doing too much. Like a boo booing, my Britta. Like, get over it.
That didn't even seem close. Like, even on the show,
Right.
it didn't seem close. One. And two, you were doing so much better than Britta. Britta was
Yeah.
trash on the show. I mean, she might be a good drag queen outside the show, but in the show, it
Yeah.
wasn't there. And she should have been looking up to you at that point.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe she's an over queen and she was like, I just look up to her.
I think Jan is a young queen. So,
Yeah.
maybe. Mm.
I don't know,
And then,
but one thing I can't say, I
what?
just knew Janet's eyebrows. That's how I remember her. Eyebrows.
Eyebrows. Wait, because she didn't have eyebrows? Wasn't that?
Her eyebrows I did not like her eyebrows at all. They was real drawn pencil-y ish, Like
Yeah, because she didn't have
it
any
looked like this. You know?
It was a
Yeah.
little bit much, It was also kind of like Aiden's too. Aiden's eyebrows I did not like. Aiden was kind of trash too, just like Britta.
I don't remember Aiden, so talk on.
He was mostly ghostly most of the time.
They all mostly ghostly. They all mostly ghostly. We have discovered that. We just need to make amends with the fact that if you on RuPaul's Drag Race, you're gonna look like a ghost or a Cheeto. Period.
Right. I mean, that's true. Sometimes some of the makeup, hey, I'm not a professional when it comes to makeup, so don't come my makeup. But if you're on RuPaul Drag Race,
You gotta bring it.
bring it. Like your makeup should be on point all the time. And that's that's the only problem I have with Heidi. Sometimes her makeup is not the best. In this episode, her makeup was there.
Improved a lot, but we figured out why.
Yeah,
Yeah,
help
she
her.
needed some help.
Yeah, hey, she had to ask for help, and it helped her out.
Yeah, closed mouth don't get fed. That's what they say.
Right, right. So anyway, back to this episode.
Yeah.
So I guess everybody comes back from the elimination. They all sad that Jan went home. They're like, "Oh my God, she was so amazing," even though they were kind of clowning her.
Yeah, she was happy all the time. And you know what? I feel for them because that grinds my gears. Ain't no worse than waking up early in the morning and somebody, because I'm not a morning person. I'd be so angry when I wake up like, ugh, I gotta wake up this early.
Right, and we all extra loud. Yeah, yeah. But they're like, "Oh my God, she was amazing. She brought the spirits up and all that." But they were just telling her she should stop crying last episode. But okay,
Yeah,
whatever.
maybe that's why she got on their nerves. They're like, okay, you usually are chipper, but like now, what is this? Like, what is that?
Yeah, I feel like that too. And we see, Gigi getting humble, in this part as well, because she's been doing well throughout the whole, like all 6 episodes beforehand. Well, 5, because technically last episode she was not doing so well, right? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so she didn't do.
Yeah, yeah, she didn't do that last. A little bit. She didn't do good last episode. So she's humble. She's like, maybe I need to improve and this and this and that. We'll see if she improves. I don't know. She was my favorite.
I don't know. She gave me real boring vibes. Like I just find her insane boring. Um, I think she is gorgeous. I think she kills her runways. Other than that, personality wise, it's not registering for me. But you left her.
What's not clicking?
Yeah, it's not clicking for me. I don't know. I look like a well-rounded queen. I don't know.
She's a look queen for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. She did a cover of Dua Lipa's song. Well, she didn't do a cover. She did like a lip sync cover, I guess. She, I wouldn't say she's. She was just, but it was endearing. I thought it was cute.
I know.
Okay. And also, Widow. Window. She got two with us.
Another career.
But Miss Window
is me.
Huh? What'd you say?
Another woe is me.
Yes. Miss Window over here, she was on the bottom last week because, she didn't do well. She's not a funny queen. And which is okay. She can turn some looks.
Wait, I thought she was a funny queen because wasn't last week she was like, Chaka Khan's here. I'm going to turn it out. I'm going to, like, she was talking like that was her zhuzh. That was her bag. That's what she,
Yeah,
usually.
that was lip sync. She's like, I'm going to turn it out for Chaka Khan. Mm-hmm. Because it was a Chaka Khan song. I mean, she better have. If Jan outdid her on a Chaka Khan song, I would have looked down on her. Like, girl.
But my black card give a fuck all the time, so. All the time. It really.
Same. I mean, same. But, she did what she had to do in the lip sync last week.
Yeah.
She brought. I thought it was good.
Let's talk about this week, though.
Let's talk about this week.
We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there. But here she says that she got a new lease on life since she was on the bottom, and she's not going home this week, which
good ass.
We find out later that might not be true.
Okay.
you know, so I think I see the potential in Miss Widow, you know, but I feel like she has a lot of growth and a lot of things that she.
Yeah, she young.
Hmm?
She's a young queen. She a young queen.
I don't think so. I think
But
she.
you know what? I think I looked up her sign. I think I looked up her sign last night, and I think when I looked it up, because I had to know. I think when I looked it up, I saw it said 31, but it could be lying.
Let me look. As I look, hold on. But I mean, she look a little older, not to be shady or anything. But Widow.
She might be over. Let me shut up. Let me stop being shady.
Yeah. I mean, this is RuPaul Drag. 30.
She 30? I thought, yeah, I said, I knew it was like 30 something. I'm like, is that considered an old queen or is that still young?
I mean, she getting up there, but like relatively in the grand scheme of things, I feel like she's not young. She's not a young buck, but she's not like an old queen. I feel like you start getting old whenever you like 35.
Okay.
I mean, it's not, you can't be hitting them shablams.
Like, I can hear the way my knees look. Everything said, oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, I thought she was older, but you know, no shade.
She aging like milk, but you know.
You need some more milk. But yeah. Anyways, moving on. So there's the mini challenge, which you know is like quick cat drag or whatever the fuck it was. Not my favorite challenge for sure.
Yeah, I did not like that challenge at all. I found it insanely boring. I don't think nobody did particularly great at it. I do know I did not. Widow, when she went on, I just got secondhand embarrassment for her. Like, it was a bit much. It was embarrassing, you know? I just feel like it's just strike after strike for her. Just strike, right?
Right. Yeah. She's trying to. I think she's in her head too much, and she's trying to. You know, I think she's over preparing, and whenever you over prepare, it's not. It's taking away the oomph to it. You know.
Yeah.
Like
She
there's no
needs
speed to
she
it.
needs to take improv lessons or something. I feel like that would help her greatly. She wants
Yeah.
to be a little more funny. Because, you know, Miss Sherry, you know, is one of the few times I'm going to mention her name because we don't discuss her. She is like, he who must not be named, you know. So Miss Sherry clocked her for like coasting. Just coasting on by. You ain't winning nothing. You been in the bottom, girl. You put that bottom. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't won since week 1, boo. And you know, it's starting to get to her head. Like, oh shit, they right. I'm like not doing that great.
Yeah, she realized she's just like, I'm not bringing anything. Like in the beginning, she was doing okay since like in the beginning everybody's fumbling around, you know, everybody, and then she's just staying at the same level.
She's not evolving. She's not growing. It's getting worse. Anything I feel like, because now you just get in your head, and it's causing you to like, I don't know, just do worse.
Yeah, and that middle of the road went to the low of the road, the bottom. Like it went to the bottom. Like she wasn't. Yeah, she wasn't the middle of the road at all. So I don't know. I think I like Jada in it. She was funny, and Jackie Cox, she was good, and she actually won.
Yeah.
I thought Jada was a little better, but that might be my bias. But
I remember Jackie, but I don't remember Jada. I remember Heidi in it when Rue was talking about. She said, "What did she? Do you like to play with balls?" And she's like, "I usually play with 2 or something like that."
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, like I think Heidi did good in that too.
Heidi, she's bringing it. For the last like 2 episodes, ever since she's been on the bottom, she's like, that ain't happening again. Y'all ain't gonna catch me there. I'm gonna bring it. You know, she's been on everything.
Yeah.
So she's bringing her funny out. She's just naturally goofy, you know.
Yeah.
And that's something that, you know, Miss Window should like take away. Yeah, you know,
don't. But I do feel like to help Widow get out her head, she should take some improv classes because they force you to do a whole bunch of shit up in there. You'd be like, okay.
I think her wants to be put together whenever she needs to just let
Yeah,
loose.
she like, I stayed up all night. I did notes. I did this. Like, girl, that's not no. Go with the flow. They gonna ask you stuff. You need to be prepared to like. If they ask you something crazy that you not on your list of stuff you wrote down, you need to be able to come up with a witty remark on the spot. Like I don't know. She just needs to learn how to go with the flow.
Yeah, and like she won the first challenge too. So like she won the first challenge. Girl, I forgot what it was.
See
that? But I know she won. She won.
America, this season is boring. Thank you.
Yeah.
America, it's lackluster. Not even just America, but it's just lackluster. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
It's not the best season, but they're doing it. I feel like it's finally picking up. Finally, like a couple episodes ago, it was just like, all right, finally we're gonna have some drama. People gonna start bringing looks, So yeah. So moving on, they find out that they're gonna do for the main challenge, drag for president. So they have like a debate with all the other drag queens and figure out like who should be the president. So. This is definitely a political episode. I think they're trying to like push the political things into 2020.
They pushed it really hard. Like, make sure you vote.
Make sure you vote. Like, yes, everybody should vote. Y'all should register. Yeah. Period. Everybody should register. Yeah, but they were pushing it like way too much. Like, I was like, y'all never did this before. Like, why now? Like, I know this is important.
You know why?
I mean, that's we try to get Mr. Cheeto out there, but damn, like, I don't know. It just seemed not authentic, It seemed inauthentic.
Yeah. Like once I was like, oh, that's cool. I like that they're trying to inform the viewers, But then it was just like the critique that they love to get. It was just really one note throughout the whole episode, One note. They pushed that too much. So I feel like it kind of lost its effectiveness.
Yeah, and they should have like provided more insight, like instead of just kept saying go vote, like inform people.
Like, give people a website to register to vote or something, like I don't know.
Yeah, like inform people of like different politics, who's running. Like they didn't even talk about who's running. They just was like go vote. I'm like, okay, well if you're trying to tell people to go vote, like how about you tell them who to vote for? Because some of these people probably some gay people or some people watching RuPaul Drag Race might be voting for Trump. And you need to tell them too.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. So
they need to know, like they just need to be informed of like what Trump stands for, his policies. Is it beneficial to them? No, most likely it's not. So like I don't know. I guess if you are a person in the LGBTQ community and you are voting for Trump, I'm just like,
why? Why? Like, I mean, first of all, Pence said that he wants us in concentration camps. We will all be dead. So like, girl. Girl, like, I understand, like, apparently you have enough privilege to overlook that fact, And like, they talk about, the one thing I did like about Widow this episode is whenever she was talking about like being gay and black, and that like crossing, and so, I feel like, some queens, some white queens, our counterparts wouldn't, they're able to overlook their like sexuality sometimes. Like, oh, well, I can overlook that in this because like in other ways they benefit from Trump's stuff.
Who I did like their story was Jackie. I was really moved by Jackie's story. Like,
I like.
Yeah. I was like, you're not gonna get me.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about that later, but we can just do like a quick little thing. But yeah, Jackie's story about her parents immigrating here, and I think it's her mom, right?
She
Just
brought it up in the workroom when they were talking about politics and stuff. Yeah, she gave the whole backstory of her mom and immigrating and stuff, and how now the borders are closed and how that affects her family directly. And it just really. I mean, I'm not, even though I'm not, I don't have any family overseas or anything, but I'm just like, that's really messed up. Like, these people can't see they family because our president, is racist. I mean, that's just insane.
openly racist. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like openly racist. Like he wants to close down the borders to Mexico and then to the Middle East. Like the whole Middle Eastern ban. I was like, how can you just ban a whole fucking it's not even a nation, but like a whole like culture. Like how do you ban that? That doesn't make any sense. Like a whole religion. That doesn't make sense at all. And they're just based out of fear and intimidation. That's what they're just trying to rile people up, all his support of that shit. So I don't know. But I guess yeah, so they're having this political debate, it's supposed to be funny, it's supposed to be lighthearted. One person didn't keep it lighthearted. It was very, I hate to say it because, you said this last night, the angry black woman thing. Yeah. But that's what she was playing, and I guess she thought, now that I think about it, I think that she was trying to play that to her
advantage.
Yeah, and try to make it funny.
How though? How is being a stereotype funny?
Yeah,
I mean, there are ways, but that way was just not one of them.
You were just the quote unquote angry black woman that like a lot of people don't like,
Yeah.
Whenever saying the right things. They're just saying the right things. That's what he was doing. He was just stating stuff that was like true or whatever.
He was stating stuff, but like really assertively. And unfortunately, when people of color do that, it comes off as angry. So therefore, it just came across as the typical angry black woman stereotype. And that's what held her back. And I'm just like, and then not only that, but whatever she was stating, there was no humor in it. Yeah. It was not. Where was the joke? There was no jokes. That was the whole point. Where was the jokes?
Well, she stayed up to 4 a.m., girl.
She stayed up to 4 a.m. and did not write out one joke. Like, I don't understand. There was no shade thrown. There was like, hello?
Yeah, that was great.
She took it way too serious. I mean, politics are serious, but in that instance, I feel like they have room to like, throw shade at each other, Like, it was not meant to be like a serious political thing. It's just like a make-believe political thing. And she just, I feel like, took politics and was like, okay, serious. Like,
I felt like Jada, her platform, she was here for the bitches. She was for every bitch in America. I'm here for you.
I loved it.
Yeah.
She was speaking to the bitches, for the bitches, I love that. By the bitches, for the bitches.
Yeah, I felt seen.
Okay.
That's the kind of candidate I want for president for me. And it was funny because she was using the tactic of confusion, and deflecting, which a lot of politics do. Why can I talk? Politicians. There we go. Anyway, Trump does that all the time. He deflects.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yep. So she did well. Who else did well?
Heidi
did well.
Heidi did well, and you know what? Heidi was serving me real Phaedra vibes. She had her Southern Belle thing going on, and I loved it. I was living for Heidi. Yes.
Yeah, and she used the gap for her not to win it. She just started winning. And even her reactions whenever she had nothing to say.
Yes.
And stuff like that, and that's like good acting right there, and that made it fun. So, people can learn. If you don't have anything to say, funny to say, maybe do a funny gesture or something, and Heidi.
She did that, yeah.
And I think last night, huh?
Oh, you could go ahead.
I was like, I think last night I was on Team Gigi only because I was trying to root for her. But rewatching it today, she needs to get it together.
Thank you. Because I'm glad you came to your senses. Because last night I was not feeling that. I was not feeling it at all. I was like, this is giving me real boring vibes. Like, girl, you're boring. And then they kept mentioning like, oh, are you a robot? Like, and I'm like, I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Like, robots don't have personalities. Are they seeing what I'm seeing? Like, or is it all in my head? I love her style, but personality wise, when it comes to these challenges, it's just not there for me. It's like a miss. And I'm like, every time she talked, I'm just okay. All right. Like, I don't think I laughed not once while she was talking.
Okay, so who do you think did better out of Gigi and Miss Linda?
Gigi.
That's it. I think Gigi got one laugh out of me, and that was it. I think she got one laugh. But it wasn't even like a laugh. It was just like a little chuckle. Gigi. Chuckle.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, and even that's better than Window. Now I'm calling her Window. You need to stop. You need to stop. I'm trying to call her by her name.
Well, Window. You can just see straight through her. That's why she called Miss Window. Anyway, also, we said the person that we're not gonna mention their name because they're a little shady. That person also doing the same thing over and over. The old lady, You
know what? You just reminded me because I clocked how she clocked Widow, right? For coasting and like, not really doing much. But like, girl, you getting by with doing the same thing every week. So who's really coasting? Who really coasting though? You just ain't get caught yet. But I mean, well, she did get caught eventually. But you doing the same thing. So how you gonna call her out?
It's the pot calling the kettle black.
A lot of that. I'm like, girl, you already shady and okay.
How you gonna speak whenever you doing some shady shit too? But whatever. All right.
Rocks at a glass house. Is that how that saying go? I don't know. You know what I mean, though. Mm-hmm. You know that same where it's like you throwing rocks at a glass house or something like that. I don't know. I think I heard that before.
Yeah. I think it's that. Yeah, I think so. I feel like I've said it before. I don't know. Anyway.
Sure.
So they're done. They moved to the runway. Looks in the workroom right now, getting ready. Trying to be safe.
Before we move on, can we talk about Jackie? Can we talk about Jackie? Miss Canada.
Oh yeah.
We didn't even talk about her or Crystal Method, who you said was worse than Gigi. I laughed at Crystal Method. I didn't laugh not one time at Gigi.
I did say that last night. Well, this morning I think I watched it again, and I don't know. I still wasn't a fan of Crystal, but I would say it is better than Gigi's. I would say that. There wasn't a fan. I mean, because she was just being herself, and it wasn't like a presidential candidate. It's like she's always serving herself, and then just like what else,
I feel like that's a theme this year. Everyone is not acting. They're not really doing the challenges. They just being themselves, and that's not the move.
Right. Yeah.
It's really sad if that's true. If they're not acting and they're not really doing these challenges, and they just being themselves, and I still can't remember them.
Well, on that note, you said Jackie Cox too, right? So what do you think about her?
I was not a fan. I think she was in the bottom for me. For me, the bottom last night was Jackie, Widow, and Gigi. I Forgot her name real quick, almost.
I think for me, it was definitely, Jackie, and Window. And I don't want to say Gigi, but yeah, Gigi. But her looks always bring her up. Like, it brings her out of it every single time. You know, she knows what she's doing. She's like, well, I know I'm not going to do well in the challenges, but I know my looks is going to bring it. You know, I don't know how far that's going to get her. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I can see Gigi being at the bottom. I'll admit it.
Those are my bottoms.
I was trying to give her a little slack. You know, I was like, maybe she'll come back. But, you know, this episode she didn't. She did even worse.
Mm-mm.
We'll see next week.
Huh?
I said I have hope for next week. You know, it might not be an acting challenge, so she might shine.
Maybe. I'm just rooting for Heidi at this point. That's the only person I really care for, like, for real. Like, I like Heidi. Yeah. She working on her makeup. I love to see growth.
Growth. You know, asked us a couple weeks ago when we said the same thing. No, I probably would have been like, no, I don't see it. She's going home soon. But
yeah, that's true. She's stepping it up.
Yeah. And also Jada. Jada definitely top as well.
Yeah, that's true. I'm rooting for Jada too. Last week she killed it. This week she killed it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it was crazy too because it was Jada and Heidi on the top too.
Yeah.
Now. Mm-hmm. And both weeks they were the tops. That's crazy. Good for them. All right. So yeah, moving on to the workroom. Crystal Method talks about having religious parents. You know. So she said no, is it religious parents? I put religious. I meant to say her parents voted for Trump. There we go.
But you know what? I have a friend whose friends that I sometimes hang out with. They're a couple. One of them said their parents voted for Trump, and that we were hanging out that night, and they're like, "Oh, Trump is in town. My parents are going to this rally for him," and I'm thinking, like, they don't know.
They don't know.
Like, hello?
Situation of their parents.
They had to be Republicans.
No, I mean, but were they this?
No, they wasn't one of us. They were Caucasian. They were Caucasian, and his parents was on their way to that Trump rally, and I'm like, they don't know, like, they got a whole gay son, and like, they voting for Trump. Like, do they not care about your rights? I don't understand, but you know, he was like, I tried to, talk to him, but teach his own. Yeah, I'm not gonna judge you for your parents, but I'm judging your parents in my mind, definitely.
Right. I think I told you this story. I had a roommate whose boyfriend voted for Trump, and they were gay, so like it was weird. I was just like, how you gonna be gay voting for Trump? Like he voted for Trump, and like he was saying like, oh, things are not gonna be that bad, and da 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 da. And I'm like, well, I hope you're eating your words now.
I know.
Like I can't. I don't know. Like if my parents voted for Trump, I don't know what I would be doing right now. I'm like, I can't. You got to dissociate.
I definitely side-eye people. Like, if I knew you voted for Trump, my Latin friend, she be talking about how Trump did this, Trump did that, and I'd be like, girl, he is not for you. He trying to lock up your border. Your mom lives in Mexico, man. She ain't gonna be able to come and visit you no more. Hello, do you hear yourself? She's like, but my man gonna be out of jail. I'm like, girl. Girl, he is not for you.
I don't get it. Like, I guess people just don't want to help themselves. I just don't understand. I just don't understand.
Stuff that directly impacts you, you just don't care about. Like, I don't want, like, when it's all said and done, at the end of the day, if you voted for him, I don't want to hear no complaining. You did it to yourself. I don't want to hear it. Period.
Yep. Right. That is so true. And it's so funny that Trump was like, what did he say? He was saying that Clorox was would cure it And then people are like, oh,
yeah, COVID.
Drink it.
He's just like, in other words, kill yourself. Like, I mean, that's what he said. In other words,
you don't care about y'all. Like, if he's not doing his research at all, I feel like he said that so confidently too. Like he knew what he was talking about, and he don't. Like he's showing y'all that he's incompetent. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Like,
it's just so crazy. It's so crazy.
Period. So yeah, let's see. Why did I put Jan? Jan left last week. I put Jackie. Jackie talks about the Muslim ban, which we already talked about, and how it's racist. We also hit on, Widow whenever she was talking about being black and gay, in America, how he's afraid to get pulled over, and
I mean, that's facts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will say, I feel like there are a lot of police officers who abuse their power, and especially people of color. I feel like we do have valid reasons for being afraid of the police, like because nowadays, especially with the president we have, they feel like they could get away with anything, and sadly, they do. Like, I don't think has there ever been a police officer that actually got jail time for killing somebody who was unarmed? Yeah, like that's ridiculous to me.
Usually that have to pay money or something. That's what usually happens, or if that. Because sometimes they find reason to like, oh, well, they ran. Okay, well, they ran. They were just scared. I mean, you have to shoot them.
Yeah. But, like, while, I don't know, I'm of two minds. Because, like, while I know that happens, and I know that there are a lot of police officers out there that just abuse their power, I'm not one of those people who hate the police. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people like, fuck the police. And I'm like, because I knew some great ones in my day,
Right. Yeah, there's always good people. Like, there's not all bad white people out there. I'm friends with white people. Yeah. So it's not bad.
Yeah, but if you're a Trump supporter, I'm definitely judging.
Yeah.
I'm a judge. But we can still be friends, but just know I'm judging you.
I don't know if we can be friends.
I'm friends with my friend, even though in my heart, she didn't tell me she voted for Trump, but I feel like she did. But I don't think she's racist or anything because she voted for Trump. I just really think she believes that he could benefit her. And I was just like, girl, he cannot benefit you. Like, I know what you think, but he can't. But I know she's not racist,
Right. And even then, like, a lot of the people who voted for Trump, they aren't benefiting either. Like, people who live, like, who are like low class people, low income people, or like even middle class people, they're not benefiting at all. Like the only people benefiting are rich people. And I feel like a lot of people see that as like, oh, well, once I become rich, then I will benefit. And they like aspire to that dream, So maybe that's what I'm looking for. Like she's like, oh, well, I aspire to be like him and have the power and like the status. And like, they're not going to have that.
Yeah.
What about you? He don't want that for you.
Yeah.
About himself and the people who's helping him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, I hear a lot of people be like, oh, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. I'm like, yeah, like the amount of promises he made and the amount of promises he kept is just like.
The promise he kept is being racist and dumb.
And benefiting the rich, and that's it. That's all he's done. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to say he kept some promises, all right, I agree. He did keep some promises, and those are the promises.
He kept.
Let's see. I put Goldblum was ready to risk it all for Jada during the whole.
Well, him ready to risk it all for Jada and Heidi. Let me find out, okay? Let me find out. He was looking at her like, wait a minute, how did you what's going on there? Like he was looking at that tug hard, okay?
He was really looking at that tug hard. He was like, He's ready to risk it. Oh, okay, Miss Ma'am, let me find out. He a little.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Not judging. Get into it. Sexuality.
Get into it.
Yep. Okay. I guess now we're at the runways. Yes, we could talk about runways. Do we want to combine the runways / the judge critiques? So since they're kind of like the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would have to like go back because I separated them, but I feel like we can do it. All right. So we can start off with Crystal Method. What do you think about her?
Too much.
Too much.
Busy. It was real party star-ish. It was not cute to me at all. Too much.
She got Party City. It's like a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Party
So
City.
if we are talking about like bottoms as far as, total, I feel like since Gigi's outfit was better, that means the bottoms was Crystal Method and Widow for me. Because that outfit was not hidden at all. It was horrible. You know how when you leave the house and say you have on too many accessories and they say you also take one off? That's what she needed to do, but with several pieces. Take several of the pieces off before walking down that runway.
Someone told her that she was fly. And it was nothing of the sort. Nothing of the
sort. For real. Yeah.
Like, so bad. And I think one of the judges liked it, apparently. And I was like, really, girl? Like, I forgot which judge liked it, but they liked it. But it was just boring. Like, even her performance was like, I feel like she started off strong, like in her, in the acting challenge. But after that, like, towards the end, it wasn't good. And that's what the judges were saying. They were like, well, you started off good, but it just seems like you were just being yourself majority of the time,
Yeah.
Next, we can go to, they keep showing her this season. I don't know why. I mean, this episode, they're showing her a lot. We can talk about Miss Pie. They really like Miss Pie. But
I don't think so. We don't know her, okay? Because her everything was trash. Everything was trash. Well, okay. Well, she was acting. She did the challenge, but she did the challenge like she been doing everything else as an old woman. Like, boo, boring.
She's just a one-trick pony. That's just what it is.
Her outfit, I mean, that look like anybody on the street. I understand. They look like anybody on the street on 4th of July. I'm just saying.
Yeah. The judges loved it. They loved that outfit. And I was like, really?
It just looked like that's something you will wear to your family picnic on 4th of July.
It really was. It wasn't anything creative to me. I didn't see anything about it. I'm like, all right, girl. I mean, if they like it, I love it, I guess.
That's what she thought she was going.
Next, let's talk about Miss Heidi. What are your thoughts?
She's a queen. She was bringing it. Her face looked great for once. Her outfit, popping. Loved the hair. I wasn't the only one, I guess.
Right. Blended. Her face looked blended. In certain angles, I was just like, ooh, there still needs a little work.
Yeah, but she came a long way. She used to be looking mostly ghostly. She didn't look mostly ghostly, and she did not look like a Cheeto. I was like,
bare minimum, yes. Yes, I mean, I'm here for it. She did look. Her outfit was amazing. She looked good. Her makeup was decent. Like I said, the growth. We love to see it. She was an underdog too. Like 2-3 weeks ago, she was an underdog, and here she is.
I'm always gonna root for the underdog, but she a top dog, so now she my dog. Okay, so
she my dog. Period. Okay, let's talk about Miss Jada. What do you think about Miss Jada?
Love her. She killed it. She really did. She killed it. It's 3 people who killed the runway, and she is one of them.
She really, you can tell she put the time and effort and the thought into it, in her outfits. Like, I feel like she's consistent every single week. Like, on the runway, she's always doing well. And she's been consistent.
I just heard her experiment with her makeup more, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's the same every week. She kind of I was going to say she kind of like Alyssa Edwards for me. Alyssa Edwards, I like her face, her beat, but I feel like it's the same, And unless somebody else doing her makeup. But I'm like, if it works for you, they ain't called you out on it. So do you, boo? Do you? keep, winning and thriving. Love to see it.
Yeah, she's a beauty queen. She's a pageant queen. So
That definitely comes across.
she's given a very pageant-y makeup, which
Yeah.
it is very pretty. It's very soft. She's not giving us any extra in the face. It just put together. She just looked pretty. I'm not mad.
Right.
I mean, I would like to see something different. If she knows how to do something different, I would love to see it.
Yeah.
But if she keeps doing whatever she's doing and RuPaul loves it, I love it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fix it, I guess, huh?
Right. Okay. Let's move on to Miss Window.
You're alive.
Okay. I like the dress and the stripes. The dress and the stripe was cute for me. The stars was a little bit too much. You said it last night, they look homemade. So they look a little homemade to me. The judges loved the outfit.
It was like real Party City, and
Sorry, great project.
Hey, but we saw the dress later, leads me to believe it was indeed Party City. Because it looked like some Velcro that she just was pop and put the stars on. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looked like. So I'm like, I don't think a lot of thought went into that. They were like, you see out because it's not red, white, and blue. I'm like, that's our flag.
Right. Yeah, and I like the voice that she was giving. She was like, oh, this is Black Power, which I feel like if she just kept it very simple, like with the black and white, and maybe I feel like the stars was distracting from what she was trying to do.
The stars, incorporated the stars in a different way, it would have been better. But the way she did it made it come off as tacky.
Yeah, it wasn't giving me Black Power. Like her dress was, not the stars, and like her hair was. Like I liked everything but the stars. Stars could go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
It was Party City. Apparently that's where they love to shop. I mean, hey, I'm not judging, but you got to make it look like it's high end, something cute. It's season 12. It's not like it's season 1, 2, and 3. It's season 12. You got to bring it.
I feel like they brought it back then. They brought it back then as best as they could.
Yeah, that's tea. I mean, that is tea. But like, it's been some time. If they out serving you back then, like,
yeah.
What
was that one queen? You probably won't know. I don't know if you watched that season. It was a queen called Mahogany or something.
I know.
Think that's her name. And I just remember her wearing, it looked like bed sheets. That's what it looked like to me. That's really gave me, real like minimalistic arts and crafty vibes. And I was just like, And it's so sad because she was a queen from my hometown, San Francisco. And I was just like, yeah, so Widow gave me. And, it was really sad to see because since she tanked the, challenge, I was hoping she would bring it to the runway and maybe that would help bump her up a little bit, but no.
It was just time for her to go. I mean, but the judges actually loved it, though, so that was the crazy thing. So that didn't even help her at all. The judges loved it. So, because Miss, is it Jackie Cox? Or no, Crystal Method, they critiqued her outfit, and they also said they didn't do well. Huh?
They said what we said, the judges, about Crystal.
So yeah, I don't think even though she did so well on the runway in the judges' eyes, at least, it wouldn't have helped her regardless. She was going to be going home. Period. Yeah. They were just over her mess, especially since she was talking back to them. Miss Widow, she was talking back.
I forgot all about that. And I didn't say. I was like, girl, don't do it. You don't talk back to Ru. Like, you just basically sealing your fate. Like, okay, I'm going home. Like, that was really. I'm like, Ru had to raise her voice at you because you just excuse after excuse, you know.
She had to pull a Tyra. She was like, "We
She
all for you."
it was literally like that because like it was like, girl, take some responsibility. Oh, woe is me, blah blah blah. Like,
I stayed up to 4 a.m.
hey, everybody works hard. That don't mean nothing. You know, like you gotta bring it. This is RuPaul's Drag Race. You knew what you signed up for.
Mhm.
Like all that woe is me. Like get out of your head. And then like they just trying to tell you, like give you some constructive criticism and you not accepting it. Like when you go on RuPaul's Drag Race, you're gonna get criticized. They're gonna give you constructive criticism. They're not doing it to be mean or shady. They're doing it to help you. Yet you're not receiving any of that. You're just on the defense. I was just like, girl, but that's why I had to look up her son because I was like, she like me. I mean, not really because I ain't a crier, but I get defensive too.
Yeah, I get it too. I get a little defensive, so I get it. But like at that time, you just need to shut up.
Yeah.
You might be thinking those thoughts, but just let it pass over.
Yeah.
Just let it pass over. Because at the end of the day, you're talking to RuPaul. Which how are you gonna talk back to RuPaul? She didn't invent drag, but she made it popular.
Right. You know how when you was a kid and your parents would like come at you. You don't talk back while they there. You don't talk back while they there. You talk back while by yourself. Like, I can't believe this. All the time. Like that's what she needed to do. You hold it in. You don't say it in the moment. You know?
Right. That's true. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Who else have we not talked about?
Did we talk about Jackie on the runway?
Yeah, we haven't talked. Yeah.
Gorgeous. I love it. At first, okay, at first you was like, oh, I love this. And I was like, really? But then once I realized what it was, I was like, I absolutely love that.
Yeah. You know, um, they they went back to the challenge and they said it was very tiresome. But they loved the runway look. They were like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" And it turned into this whole heartfelt thing where she was talking about her family and religion and like the intersectionality of like her family, religion, and her sexuality. So it got very deep. Because all the things that's going on in Trump's America
Yeah.
and with the Muslim ban and like all that, and Muslim religion not like accepting homosexuality, so like they were talking about that. I know there was some, speculation and some drama on Twitter talking about Goldblum and his question asking about like, women's rights and gay rights in Muslim countries and like, he was just trying to like infer or like not infer but like question like, oh, so what was the point of I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if you can explain it better.
I think what he was asking is like, is what you're doing going to offend people? Like, is that acceptable? Like, are you like, is there going to be backlash from you wearing wearing that outfit? And basically Ruth said it best. Like, in order, you have to shake the table. Really, you have to be ready to shake the table. Like, yes, some people will be offended about that, but at the end of the day, I think it, is a very important message that needs to be out there.
Yeah, I agree. Like I totally agree. I don't think he had any malintentions. He wasn't trying to like talk bad about Muslims' religion or Muslims in general. Like he wasn't downing them, bashing them or
I feel
anything.
like if anything, he was thinking of those Muslims who would take offense to that. I feel like if anything, he didn't mean any offense by his question. He was trying to like say like, are you going to offend some people by
Mhm.
wearing that?
Yeah, I agree. Like, I mean, I can't speak for. I'm not Muslim, but like, based on my opinion, I don't think it was. He had any malintent.
Yeah.
He kind of question and see like, like you said, is it gonna shake the table? Like, are you prepared for that? Because it might. He was just starting a conversation about it. It was just creating a conversation about the whole issue, which needed to be talked about. Because like it's like the same thing, like talking about like misogyny here and like also like homosexuality here too, like even in the Black community. It's like if I ask the same question, probably the same answer. Like maybe not the same exact answer, but like we might get the same criticisms, you know.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that's
Yeah,
how.
because about politics and this, and people might come for us in the comment section, but we just speaking our truth. If you have a different opinion, that's great. This is America. You're entitled to it. Just want to throw
Right.
that out there. You disagree with what we said? Sorry.
No, I mean, hey, if you disagree with us, good for you. Have a
Right.
cookie.
Right. Like we great thing about America is, although we don't have to share, the same opinion in order, to like come together and enjoy stuff. Like
Right. I feel like just because, but also I want to like iterate. Just because you have an opinion doesn't mean it's correct.
that's true. What I said was true either,
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just because you think that Trump says this stuff doesn't mean it's actually correct just because he said it. But, anyway, moving on to Miss Gigi. So, they love the outfit. The judges, I know. I loved it. Did you like it?
I loved it. It was my favorite outfit.
Of
It
the
was my
night.
favorite outfit. She stepped on the scene and I said, "Oh,
She brought it to the girls. Yes, she
I
brought it to the
loved
girls.
it."
The girls were not ready, And this is why I love Gigi. Like she gives me what I'm looking for on the runway at least, And like I feel like I just want her to be the whole package. I see it. I can see it. I can see her being in the top four with.
I see the vision.
Yeah, I can see her in the top four with Heidi and Jada. I don't know who the other person would be, but
I would say Jackie.
Jackie. Okay, I can see Jackie. Miss Jackie can be there. Cool. We can say Miss Jackie there. Um, yeah, I see. This is why I see her in the top. They did critique her, on her performance. They said it wasn't the moment, which it wasn't.
It
I
wasn't.
agree.
Last night I'm like, maybe I'm missing something because you were like, she's doing good. I'm like, what?
But she was doing good up until last week. Like she was doing so good. I think before you said like, oh, well, her personality. I think you've been saying it like from the beginning. But
Yeah.
even in some of the acting challenges, she did better. I think in the Grey's Anatomy one, she did good on that one.
I saw that because I love Grey's Anatomy.
So yeah,
I looked it up on YouTube.
And I remember you said something because they said that she was being quiet this episode, and you were like, she's always quiet.
She is. I think that's just her. And maybe you said like maybe we don't get to see, all of her.
Yeah, because like she doesn't really talk that much. I mean, I think she had like one altercation. I think she said something last week or the week before last, but she quickly like shut down. Like she didn't continue the conversation at all. She just shut down. That's just her thing. I don't know. Miss Ma'am needs to work on that. Like if she's gonna be top four, which I can see it, she just needs to improve. She has everything. It's just that one smart thing. Like she needs to just something. I think she's just too reserved and like trying to be put together.
That's boring. That's so boring.
You're like, let go, let free.
Nobody is that put together, we all are just full of just like flaws and stuff. Like, don't be afraid to not look perfect. Like, I feel like you not looking perfect endears people to you.
Right.
Not like that look like they have it all together. They're like, ugh, boring. You know?
That makes sense. Sorry, I had to plug up my computer. My computer was about to die. But yeah, she's gonna bring it. I believe in her. She needs to be humble, like, cause she was doing so well. She was in the top every single week up until last week, and the week before, the week before last, she won that challenge. So and then she won like another challenge or two, I think, before that. So I think she just needs to be humble a little bit, and she got that. She got a taste of it. We thought that she was gonna get a taste of it this week, but maybe next week she'll bring it. she saved at least. She hasn't been at the bottom. She's been in the bottom 3, not the bottom 2 yet. So.
Well, I would love to see her in the bottom 2 because I want to know if she can dance.
I don't want to see her.
Gonna bring on the runway, like when she lip syncs. I just really want to know. But I don't want her to go home. But I want to know.
Yeah. Who can go again? Who else do you want to go home?
Crystal.
Crystal?
AKA DeBarge. Yeah.
Oh, DeBarge. Well.
I mean, I like Crystal, but she ain't bringing it, you know? She not bringing it like the rest. Like, Gigi ain't bringing it really, but she bringing it on the runway, which is, I guess, enough to save her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. I feel like
Crystal ain't bringing it on both ends.
Yeah, I feel like Crystal's been middle of the road for the most part for me. I see the potential. I see it in her. Like, she's very quirky and, like, cute and, like, she can be funny. You know, I see it. But it just a little bit more, you know. And maybe she might bring it. We'll see. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
I will say, I like Crystal's voice. And that's something I never would have thought I said. Because usually those type of voices annoy me. But I like her. For some reason, I like it with Crystal. I like it.
That's true. Yeah, her voice is unique for sure. Okay, cool. So now let's move on to the actual elimination part. Mm-hmm. So, of course, I guess we can name the tops. I don't know if you want to name them. The tops of the week.
Was it Heidi and I know Jada won.
Yeah, Jada won.
Or is the rest safe?
Yeah, the rest were safe, I believe.
So Heidi and Jada. So Jada won. Mm-hmm.
So who was safe? So Jackie was safe? Yeah.
Yeah, Jackie, Crystal, right? Yeah.
Wait, no, Jackie was at the bottom.
Jackie was safe. Yeah. So Crystal was safe and Gigi was safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And
we're forgetting somebody. I just know we are.
Huh? And that's what I'm looking for.
And the person he who must not be named was safe.
Yeah. I like wrote it. I looked and I was like, oh, that person. Yeah. Yeah. Miss Catfish. We'll call her that. Miss Catfish. Miss Shady. Whatever. She was safe. Which I don't understand. Like, I feel like she should have been at the bottom for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Same.
I always forget about her because whenever we were mentioning earlier who should be at the bottom, and I completely forgot about her.
Yeah.
But she should be at the bottom. Yeah, instead of Miss Jackie, it should have been Miss Pie.
Yeah, I could see that.
But so the bottom 2, Miss Jackie and Miss Window. Are we surprised? No. Not surprised at all, especially after her talking back. And, they lip sync for their life. And who do you think won out of that?
I agree with who won. Because Widow, I thought she was going to bring it. I was like, I don't really want you to say, but let me see what you're giving me. I thought she was a dancing queen, She gave me nothing. She gave me nothing. I was so let down. Like,
she was just...
I could do that. I do that every day.
Right.
I do that every day when nobody's looking, okay? Like...
Right. Let me get up there, too. I can do that. If that's all we're doing today.
I feel like Jackie, she was moving around. She was throwing her little dress around and stuff, giving the girls what they want. I mean, as much as she could. But she was doing more than,
Miss Window.
And didn't she say, was that the person who said, oh, I wear these shoes because if I got a link to for my life, I'm ready, girl. You was not ready. You were not ready.
You weren't ready at all. And she spent some time away from the girls too to like practice and like know the words.
Did not even kill it.
I feel like she was just in her head like the whole time. She wasn't inspired to stay. I feel like she knew it was her time to go. And especially after being red like that, Huh?
I said that's what happens when you have a defeatist attitude like that.
Yeah, I feel like that's what happened. Like, She wasn't even dancing. Like, before last episode, she was bringing it to Shaka Khan, I mean, I guess because it was Shaka Khan, she felt like she had to
But
bring it.
she did nothing really spectacular. She was just better than Jan. Where's all the shablams and what?
I know we haven't had a good lip sync. A
No.
real lip sync. Because, like, I'm trying to remember, like, Berta, she won one of her lip syncs and then left, and she was terrible at her lip syncs, I feel like, in my opinion. It wasn't that great. But I don't know.
And it's just one of the worst to me.
To me, yeah. So, yeah, and then, of course, Miss Jackie won, congrats to her. I really don't think that she deserved to be at the bottom, like, to be honest.
Yeah, it was I feel like Crystal should have been in the bottom, though. I really believe that. Because she did okay in the other challenge, but that outfit, no. And Miss Pie, or whatever, Shady Boots, should have been there, too.
They should have been all lip syncing at the same time.
All three of them, yeah. Like the celebrity version, like that. All three of them. 2 go home.
Right, and girl, the celebrity version. We'll get there. Hopefully, we'll release that one too. We watched that as well.
You should rewatch it and see if you feel different.
Okay, I'll see if I'll rewatch it.
See if you get different vibes, because maybe, I don't know, it was late, I
was drinking.
we'll come back and we'll discuss that one.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I think that concludes, this episode of us talking about RuPaul Drag Race. We plan on not only talking about RuPaul Drag Race, but also incorporating different shows as well. So, stay tuned for that. Let us know what you want us to watch.
Suggestions, put it in the comment section. If we saw it before, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about it.
Huh?
I said maybe we can talk about it.
Yeah, we could do a recap if we saw it already. But yeah, so if you have a show you want us to, react to or recap, put it below in the comments.
Yeah, we're gonna try to figure out live reactions and how to incorporate that.
I know.
It's hard.
We're quarantined.
Yeah. We're on Skype right now, talking right now, and self-recording. But
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. Like, don't judge us for the quality. Judge Skype.
Like, it's not us. It's Skype.
Yeah, it's not us. Like, we don't have cameras yet. But, once this just is over with, Miss Rona leaves, and, we waited out to see if she actually leaves.
Yeah, because I'm not being in the first wave. I'm just saying that right now. I'm an introvert. I'm fine. I'm thriving in my home, okay?
You're thriving.
I really am. I'm thriving. I don't got people saying, oh, let's go out. Let's do this. I don't got to come up with excuses why I can't go to stuff. You know why I can't go. You know. You don't know? Like,
I'm just not going to go, period. No, I miss going out. I miss the outside. I miss going to the club. I miss going to just brunch. Like, I love brunch. You going to take brunch away from the gays? You already taking Pride Month, too. Like, girl.
Sorry.
Look,
I'll tell you what. When this is over, I go to brunch with you and I go out. And you know what? That's saying a lot. That's saying a lot.
I feel special. I mean, whenever we do go out, it's fun.
I mean, I don't know with just anybody.
Yeah. I mean, whenever we went out before, it was fun. We had a good time.
Good time.
Yeah. So, yes, we're going to try to do that. I don't know if you have anything to promote. I know you have your other channel where you also say that.
I do have another reaction channel, haven't really posted on it in a year, don't judge me, but I did react to the first season of You. I feel like it's really cringe, but if you want to cringe, you want to watch You, I'll post it below. I'll post my page or whatever.
Right, yes, there we go. Let's see, for me, I plan on probably making another YouTube, mostly focusing on music. I'm not making music, but probably for like playlists or reacting to new music and albums and things like that. We'll see, how it goes, and
Will
also
makes playlist. Will makes bomb playlist. He made my birthday playlist. It was like the best. It was the
yeah,
best.
follow me on Apple Music. Hold on, let me figure out my at name on Apple Music, girl. Probably should have had this pulled up already. It's girl at Music Me Up. So that's also my website. Yeah, we'll put the link up. And you can follow us on Instagram and whatnot, and my Twitter. I don't know if you want your Twitter out there, but yeah, follow us on all the socials, whatever. Get into it.
Get into it.
Into it. Period. All right. Well, y'all have fun. Stay tuned for future episodes.
Bye. No.